Unlock the secrets to extraordinary success with Why Not You, the surprisingly simple way to get ahead of 99% of people. This book is your roadmap to rising above the competition using easy-to-follow methods that anyone can apply. Learn how to overcome limiting beliefs, optimize your daily routines, and make smart decisions that drive success. Packed with high-impact, low-effort techniques, this guide will help you boost your productivity, build confidence, and seize opportunities that others miss. Your path to success is simpler than you think. Find out how inside. Chapter 1: The Power of Why Not You. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to effortlessly achieve their dreams while others struggle to make even small progress? The answer might surprise you. It's not about innate talent, luck, or even hard work. The real secret lies in a simple yet powerful question: why not you? Imagine standing at the edge of a vast ocean of opportunity. Most people see the waves and feel overwhelmed, convinced they don't have what it takes to navigate those waters. But what if you were to ask yourself, why not me? Suddenly, that ocean doesn't seem so daunting. It becomes an invitation to adventure, growth, and success. The concept of why not you is rooted in understanding and challenging the limitations we place on ourselves. These self-imposed barriers often have deep roots, stretching back through our personal experiences, cultural influences, and even historical contexts. For centuries, societal structures have conditioned many to believe that success and achievement are reserved for a select few. But this belief is nothing more than a myth, a persistent one, but a myth nonetheless. Consider the ripple effect of embracing why not you. When you begin to believe in your potential, it doesn't just affect your mindset, it transforms your entire life. Your career trajectory shifts as you pursue opportunities you once thought were out of reach. Your relationships deepen as you approach them with newfound confidence and authenticity. The world responds to your changed perception, opening doors you never knew existed. But why do we limit ourselves in the first place? The psychology behind self-limitation is fascinating, and understanding it is crucial to breaking free from its grip. Common limiting beliefs like "I'm not good enough" or "I don't deserve success" act as invisible chains, holding us back from our true potential. These beliefs often stem from childhood experiences, societal pressures, or past failures. They whisper constant doubts in our ears, convincing us to stay within the confines of our comfort zone. The "I'm not good enough" belief is particularly insidious. It might have originated from a critical parent, a competitive school environment, or repeated setbacks in a particular area of life. Whatever its source, this belief becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy, causing us to shy away from challenges and opportunities that could lead to growth and success. Similarly, the belief that "I don't deserve success" can be equally damaging. This often stems from societal messages about who is supposed to succeed, or from a misplaced sense of guilt about outshining others. It can lead to self-sabotage, where we unconsciously undermine our own efforts to avoid the discomfort of success. These limiting beliefs manifest in various self-sabotaging patterns. You might procrastinate on important tasks, telling yourself you work better under pressure, when in reality, you're avoiding the possibility of failure. Or you might perfectionism, setting impossibly high standards that prevent you from ever feeling satisfied with your achievements. The comfort zone, while it feels safe, is actually a trap. It's a space where growth stagnates and dreams wither. Understanding this safety mechanism is the first step to breaking free from it. Your comfort zone was created as a psychological defense, a way to avoid the anxiety of the unknown. But in today's rapidly changing world, staying in your comfort zone is riskier than stepping out of it. As we conclude this chapter, I want you to consider: what would your life look like if you truly believed in yourself? What opportunities have you been overlooking because you thought they were for other people? The journey to extraordinary success begins with challenging these limiting beliefs and embracing the power of why not you. In the next chapter, we'll dive deep into identifying your specific limiting beliefs. You'll learn powerful self-assessment techniques and how to recognize negative thought patterns that have been holding you back. Before we continue, make sure to subscribe to Grow to the Top and activate notifications to receive more self-improvement tips that will supercharge your growth. Chapter 2: Identifying Your Limiting Beliefs. Close your eyes for a moment and picture your ideal life. What does it look like? Now ask yourself, why don't you have that life right now? The answers that immediately spring to mind are likely your limiting beliefs in action. These invisible barriers are the first hurdle you must overcome on your journey to extraordinary success. Identifying your limiting beliefs is like being an archaeologist of your own mind. You need to dig deep, brush away the layers of daily thoughts, and examine the foundational beliefs that have been shaping your actions and decisions for years, often without you even realizing it. One of the most powerful tools in this excavation process is journaling. The simple act of putting pen to paper or fingers to keyboard can unlock insights that have been hiding in the recesses of your mind. Start with daily reflection prompts such as, "What held me back today?" or "What am I afraid would happen if I pursued my dreams?" As you write, patterns will begin to emerge, revealing the core beliefs that have been limiting your potential. Analyzing past experiences through journaling can be particularly illuminating. Think back to times when you didn't pursue an opportunity or backed away from a challenge. What thoughts were running through your mind at that moment? These thoughts are often direct manifestations of your limiting beliefs. Another effective self-assessment technique is the Belief Inventory Questionnaire. These standardized sets of questions are designed to uncover your deep-seated beliefs about yourself and the world. They might ask you to rate how strongly you agree with statements like, "I'm not creative enough to start my own business," or "Success is a matter of luck rather than effort." The results can be eye-opening, showing you beliefs you didn't even know you held. As you engage in these self-assessment exercises, you'll start to recognize negative thought patterns that have become habitual. Pay close attention to your internal dialogue, that constant stream of thoughts running through your mind. Are you often putting yourself down? Do you frequently use phrases like, "I can't," "I'll never be able to," or "That's just not me"? These are red flags indicating limiting beliefs at work. Cognitive distortions, or irrational thought patterns, are common manifestations of limiting beliefs. All or nothing thinking, for instance, might have you believing that if you're not perfect at something immediately, you're a complete failure. Overgeneralization could lead you to think that one setback means you'll always fail. Recognizing these distortions is the first step to challenging and changing them. It's also crucial to examine your behavioral patterns. Procrastination, for example, is often rooted in the belief that you're not capable of handling a task or that your efforts won't be good enough. By constantly putting things off, you're protecting yourself from potential failure or criticism, but also preventing any possibility of success. Perfectionism, while often disguised as a positive trait, can be incredibly limiting. It stems from the belief that you must be flawless to be worthy or successful. This can paralyze you, preventing you from taking action or completing projects because they never feel good enough. As you uncover these limiting beliefs and negative patterns, you might feel overwhelmed or discouraged. This is completely normal. Remember, awareness is the first and most crucial step towards change. By identifying these beliefs, you're already ahead of most people who go through life without ever questioning the thoughts that hold them back. The process of uncovering your limiting beliefs can be uncomfortable, even painful at times. You might discover beliefs that have been sabotaging your efforts for years. But with this awareness comes power. The power to challenge and change these beliefs, to rewrite the story you've been telling yourself about who you are and what you're capable of. As we wrap up this chapter, take a moment to reflect on what you've discovered about yourself. What limiting beliefs have you identified? How have they been influencing your life? Hold on to these insights, because in the next chapter, we're going to tackle these limiting beliefs head-on. Are you ready to learn how to overcome these self-imposed limitations and unlock your true potential? In Chapter 3, we'll explore powerful techniques for dismantling limiting beliefs and replacing them with empowering ones. Get ready to transform your mindset and pave the way for extraordinary success. The journey to becoming unstoppable is just beginning. Chapter 3, Overcoming Limiting Beliefs. Imagine you're standing at the foot of a mountain. This mountain represents your goals, your dreams, your ideal life. Now, picture a thick, heavy chain wrapped around your ankles. This chain is your limiting beliefs, holding you back, making each step towards that mountain a struggle. What if I told you that you have the key to unlock that chain? That's what this chapter is all about. Giving you the tools to break free from your limiting beliefs and start your ascent to extraordinary success. The first and most powerful tool in your arsenal is cognitive restructuring. This isn't just positive thinking, it's a systematic approach to challenging and changing the thoughts that have been holding you back. Start by identifying a limiting belief you uncovered in the previous chapter. Let's say it's, "I'm not smart enough to start my own business." Now, it's time to put this belief on trial. Gather evidence for and against this belief. Have you ever successfully learned a new skill? Have you overcome challenges in the past? These are pieces of evidence that contradict your limiting belief. On the flip side, what evidence have you been using to support this belief? Often, you'll find that this evidence is based on assumptions or misinterpretations of past events. Once you've examined the evidence, it's time to create a more balanced, realistic thought to replace the limiting belief. Instead of, "I'm not smart enough to start my own business," you might say, "Starting a business will be challenging, but I'm capable of learning what I need to know." This new belief acknowledges the difficulty while affirming your ability to overcome it. Reframing is another powerful technique for overcoming limiting beliefs. This involves looking at situations from a different perspective. For example, if you've been telling yourself, "I always mess up important presentations," try reframing it as, "Every presentation is an opportunity to improve my skills." This shift in perspective can transform anxiety into motivation. As you work on restructuring your thoughts, reinforce your new, empowering beliefs with positive affirmations. These are short, powerful statements that you repeat to yourself regularly. The key is to make them personal, specific, and believable. Instead of a vague, "I am successful," try something like, "I am constantly growing and improving my skills to achieve my goals." Creating personalized affirmations starts with identifying your core values and what truly matters to you. What kind of person do you want to be? What do you want to achieve? Use these insights to craft statements that resonate deeply with you. Remember, the goal isn't to deny reality or pretend everything is perfect. It's to acknowledge your potential and reinforce your commitment to growth. Implementing affirmations in your daily life is crucial for their effectiveness. Consider starting your day by reading your affirmations aloud while looking in the mirror. This combines verbal and visual reinforcement. You might also write them in a journal, set them as reminders on your phone, or place sticky notes with affirmations around your living space. As you practice these techniques, you'll likely encounter resistance from your old thought patterns. This is normal. Your limiting beliefs have been with you for a long time, and they won't disappear overnight. The key is consistency and patience. Each time you challenge a negative thought or repeat an empowering affirmation, you're rewiring your brain, creating new neural pathways that support your growth and success. It's also important to surround yourself with people who believe in you and support your growth. Their positive influence can help reinforce your new, empowering beliefs. Consider sharing your journey with a trusted friend or finding a mentor who has achieved the kind of success you're aiming for. As you continue to work on overcoming your limiting beliefs, you'll start to notice changes in your behavior and the opportunities you attract. You might find yourself speaking up more in meetings, applying for jobs you previously thought were out of your league, or finally starting that side project you've been dreaming about for years. Remember, overcoming limiting beliefs is not a one-time event, but an ongoing process. As you grow and face new challenges, new limiting beliefs might surface, but now you have the tools to recognize and overcome them. You're no longer at the mercy of your thoughts. You're in control. As we conclude this chapter, take a moment to appreciate how far you've come. You've identified your limiting beliefs and learned powerful techniques to overcome them. You're unlocking the chains that have been holding you back, ready to start your climb towards extraordinary success. But overcoming limiting beliefs is just the beginning. To truly get ahead of 99% of people, you need to optimize every aspect of your life, starting with how you begin each day. In the next chapter, we'll explore the power of morning routines and how they can skyrocket your productivity and achievement. Chapter 4: The Power of Morning Routines. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to accomplish more before noon than others do in an entire day? The secret lies not in having more hours, but in how they use the first few hours they have. Welcome to the world of powerful morning routines, your gateway to extraordinary productivity and success. Mornings matter more than you might think. They set the tone for your entire day, influencing your mood, energy levels, and productivity. Think of your morning routine as the foundation of a building. A strong foundation supports a tall, sturdy structure, while a weak one leads to instability and eventual collapse. Your morning routine is that foundation for your day. The psychology behind this is fascinating. When you start your day with purpose and positivity, you trigger a cascade of beneficial effects in your brain. Your stress hormones decrease, while feel-good neurotransmitters like serotonin and dopamine increase. This chemical cocktail primes your brain for focus, creativity, and resilience, essential ingredients for success in any field. But it's not just about feeling good. A well-crafted morning routine can significantly boost your energy and motivation. Consider the story of Tim Cook, CEO of Apple. He wakes up at 3:45 a.m. every day to get a head start on his work. While that might seem extreme, the principle is sound. By rising early and following a deliberate routine, Cook sets himself up for peak performance throughout the day. So, what should your morning routine include? While everyone's ideal routine will be different, there are some key activities that have proven benefits for productivity and well-being. Meditation and mindfulness practices are a cornerstone of many successful people's morning routines. Even just 5 to 10 minutes of quiet reflection or guided meditation can center your mind and reduce stress. Start small. Try a simple breathing exercise when you first wake up. As you become more comfortable, you can explore different meditation techniques to find what works best for you. Physical activity is another crucial component. Exercise in the morning not only energizes your body but also sharpens your mind. It doesn't have to be an intense workout. A brisk walk, some yoga stretches, or a quick set of bodyweight exercises can do wonders. The key is consistency. Make it a non-negotiable part of your morning, and you'll soon feel the difference in your energy levels and mental clarity. Journaling is a powerful tool for reflection and goal setting. Take a few minutes each morning to write down your thoughts, goals for the day, or things you're grateful for. This practice can help you clarify your priorities, process emotions, and start your day with a positive mindset. As you develop your morning routine, remember that it's not about perfection, it's about progress. Start small, with 1 or 2 habits that resonate with you. Maybe it's drinking a glass of water as soon as you wake up, or spending 5 minutes planning your day. As these habits become ingrained, you can gradually add more elements to your routine. The beauty of a morning routine is that it compounds over time. Each day, you're not just setting yourself up for success in the immediate future, you're building habits and mindsets that will serve you for years to come. You're literally rewiring your brain for success, one morning at a time. But here's the catch. Creating a powerful morning routine is just the first step. To truly get ahead of 99% of people, you need to optimize your entire day. How do you carry the momentum from your morning routine into the rest of your waking hours? How do you ensure that every minute counts towards your goals? As the sun rises on your new morning routine, Get ready to discover how small daily habits can lead to massive changes over time. In the next chapter, we'll explore the compound effect of these habits and how to create a habit stack that propels you towards extraordinary success. Chapter 5. Optimizing your daily routine. Picture two people starting a journey. One takes a single step forward each day, while the other remains stationary. At first, the difference seems negligible, but fast forward a year, and the gap between them is staggering. This is the power of small daily habits, the compound effect that can propel you far ahead of your peers over time. The science of habit formation is both simple and profound. Every time you perform a habit, you create and strengthen neural pathways in your brain. Over time, these pathways become so efficient that the habit becomes automatic, requiring little conscious effort. This is how small actions, repeated consistently, can lead to massive changes. Consider the story of Jerry Seinfeld, one of the most successful comedians of all time. His secret, a simple habit he calls "don't break the chain." Every day that he wrote jokes, he would mark an X on a calendar. His goal was to never break the chain of X's. This simple habit led to a prolific career and worldwide success. But it's not just about creative pursuits. Small habits can transform every area of your life. Take reading, for instance. If you read just 20 pages a day, you could finish around 24 books in a year. That's more than most people read in a decade. Imagine the knowledge and insights you'd gain and how that could accelerate your personal and professional growth. Or consider healthy eating and exercise. Making small, consistent choices, like swapping a sugary snack for a piece of fruit or taking a 10-minute walk after lunch, might not seem significant in the moment. But over months and years, these choices can dramatically improve your health, energy levels, and overall quality of life. The key to harnessing the power of small habits is to start small and build incrementally. This is where the concept of habit stacking comes in. Habit stacking involves linking a new habit to an existing one, making it easier to remember and perform. For example, if you already have a habit of making coffee every morning, you could stack a new habit of doing 5 push-ups while the coffee brews. Start by identifying a keystone habit, a habit that, when implemented, tends to have a positive ripple effect on other areas of your life. This could be something like waking up early, exercising regularly, or practicing mindfulness. Once you've established this keystone habit, you can start building other habits around it. As you build your habit stack, it's crucial to track your progress and celebrate milestones. This not only helps you stay motivated, but also provides valuable data on what's working and what isn't. There are numerous apps and tools available for habit tracking, or you could use a simple journal or spreadsheet. The method doesn't matter as much as the consistency of tracking. Remember to celebrate your wins, no matter how small they might seem. Did you stick to your new habit for a week straight? Reward yourself. These celebrations reinforce the positive feelings associated with the habit, making it more likely that you'll continue. Creating an environment that supports your new habits is also crucial. This involves both your physical surroundings and your social circle. Arrange your space to make your desired habits easier and undesired habits harder. If you want to read more, keep books visible and easily accessible. If you want to eat healthier, stock your kitchen with nutritious foods and keep junk food out of sight. Your social environment is equally important. Surround yourself with people who support your goals and embody the habits you want to cultivate. Their influence can be a powerful motivator and source of accountability. As you optimize your daily routine through these small, powerful habits, you'll start to notice changes. Tasks that once seemed daunting become manageable. Goals that seemed out of reach start to feel attainable. You'll find yourself getting more done in less time with greater ease and satisfaction. But here's the exciting part. As powerful as these habits are, they're just one piece of the puzzle. To truly excel, to get so far ahead that others can barely see your dust, you need to master the art of time management. How do you prioritize tasks effectively? How do you avoid the trap of busy work and focus on what truly matters? As we close this chapter, Imagine yourself a year from now after consistently implementing these small, powerful habits. How different would your life be? How much closer would you be to your goals? Hold on to that vision, because in the next chapter, we're going to supercharge your progress with advanced time management techniques. Let's dive into the secrets of mastering your time and skyrocketing your productivity. Chapter 6. Mastering Time Management. Time, the great equalizer. We all have the same 24 hours in a day, yet some people seem to squeeze so much more out of each minute. What's their secret? It's not about working longer hours or multitasking to the point of burnout. The real key lies in masterful time management, and that's what we're about to unlock. At the heart of effective time management is prioritization. It's not about doing more, it's about doing what matters most. This is where the Eisenhower matrix comes into play. Named after President Dwight D. Eisenhower, this simple but powerful tool helps you categorize tasks based on their urgency and importance. Imagine a square divided into 4 quadrants. The top left quadrant is for tasks that are both urgent and important. These are your priorities. The top right is for important but not urgent tasks. These are where your long-term gains lie. The bottom left is for urgent but not important tasks. Often these can be delegated. The bottom right is for tasks that are neither urgent nor important. These are your time wasters. By categorizing your tasks this way, you gain clarity on where to focus your energy. You'll likely find that many of the urgent tasks that eat up your day aren't actually that important. By focusing on the top 2 quadrants, especially the important but not urgent tasks, you'll make significant progress towards your goals while avoiding the stress of constant firefighting. Another powerful prioritization technique is the Pareto principle, also known as the 80-20 rule. This principle states that roughly 80% of effects come from 20% of causes. In the context of time management, this means that 80% of your results likely come from 20% of your efforts. Identifying your vital few, those tasks and activities that yield the most significant results, can be a game changer. For instance, a salesperson might find that 80% of their sales come from 20% of their clients. By focusing more time and energy on these high-value clients, they could dramatically increase their overall performance. Once you've prioritized your tasks, it's time to tackle them efficiently. This is where productivity hacks come into play. One powerful technique is time blocking. Instead of working from a to-do list, schedule specific blocks of time for different tasks or types of work. This helps you focus deeply on one task at a time, avoiding the productivity drain of constant task switching. When implementing time blocking, be sure to include breaks and buffer time between blocks. This allows for unexpected interruptions and helps maintain your energy throughout the day. Also, consider your natural rhythms. Schedule your most challenging or important tasks during the times of day when you're typically most alert and focused. Another popular productivity technique is the Pomodoro technique. This involves working in focused 25-minute intervals, called Pomodoros, followed by short breaks. After 4 Pomodoros, you take a longer break. This technique leverages the power of focused work while preventing burnout through regular breaks. To implement the Pomodoro technique, start by choosing a task to work on. Set a timer for 25 minutes and work on that task with full focus until the timer rings. Then, take a 5-minute break. After 4 Pomodoros, take a longer break of 15 to 30 minutes. This rhythm of focused work and regular breaks can help you maintain high productivity over extended periods. As you implement these techniques, you'll likely encounter challenges. Maybe you find it hard to estimate how long tasks will take, or you struggle with unexpected interruptions. This is normal. The key is to view time management as a skill to be developed, not a perfect system to be achieved overnight. Keep track of how you spend your time for a week or 2. You might be surprised at where your time actually goes. Use this data to refine your approach. Maybe you need to build in more buffer time, or perhaps you need to be more ruthless in eliminating or delegating low-value tasks. Remember, the goal of time management isn't to fill every minute with productive work. It's to create space for what truly matters, both in your professional and personal life. As you master these techniques, you'll find yourself not just getting more done, but feeling more in control and less stressed. As we wrap up this chapter, take a moment to imagine how your life would change if you consistently applied these time management techniques. How much more could you achieve? How much more time would you have for the people and activities you love? But here's the thing. Even with perfect time management, there's one factor that can still hold you back: lack of confidence. How often have you hesitated to take on a challenge or pursue an opportunity because you doubted yourself? In the next chapter, we'll tackle this head-on. Get ready to build unshakable confidence that will propel you towards extraordinary success. Chapter 7: Building Unshakable Confidence. Imagine standing at the edge of a diving board, looking down at the water below. Some people leap without hesitation, while others freeze, paralyzed by doubt. What's the difference? In a word, confidence. It's the invisible force that propels some to great heights while leaving others stuck on the sidelines. But here's the good news. Confidence isn't something you're born with. It's a skill you can develop, and that's exactly what we're going to do in this chapter. The foundations of confidence are rooted in self-awareness and self-acceptance. It's about knowing who you are, embracing your strengths, and acknowledging your weaknesses without letting them define you. Start by taking inventory of your skills, experiences, and accomplishments. What are you good at? What challenges have you overcome? These are the building blocks of your confidence. Self-awareness isn't just about recognizing your strengths. It's also about understanding your values and what truly matters to you. When your actions align with your core values, you naturally feel more confident and authentic. Take some time to reflect on what you stand for. What principles guide your decisions? When you're clear on your values, you'll find it easier to stand firm in the face of challenges or criticism. Another crucial foundation of confidence is preparation. As the saying goes, luck favors the prepared mind. When you're well prepared, whether for a presentation, an interview, or any challenging situation, you naturally feel more confident. Make preparation a habit. Research thoroughly, practice your skills, anticipate potential questions or obstacles. The more prepared you are, the less power fear and doubt have over you. But confidence isn't just about what you know or can do, it's also about how you carry yourself. This is where visualization exercises come into play. Athletes have long used visualization to improve their performance, and you can use the same technique to boost your confidence. Close your eyes and vividly imagine yourself succeeding in a challenging situation. What does it look like? How does it feel? The more detailed and realistic your visualization, the more powerful its effect. Pair your visualization with power poses. Research has shown that adopting confident body language, even when you don't feel confident, can actually boost your confidence levels. Before a challenging situation, take a few minutes to stand tall, shoulders back, head high. It might feel awkward at first, but the physiological effects are real and can give you that extra boost of confidence when you need it most. Affirmations and positive self-talk are also powerful tools for building confidence. The voice in your head has a profound impact on your confidence levels. Start paying attention to your inner dialogue. Are you constantly criticizing yourself? Replace those negative thoughts with positive, empowering statements. Craft personal affirmations that resonate with you. Instead of, "I hope I don't mess up," try, "I am well prepared and capable of handling any challenges that arise." Make these affirmations part of your daily routine. Say them out loud while looking in the mirror, write them in a journal, or set them as reminders on your phone. The key is consistency. At first, your mind might resist these positive statements, especially if you're used to negative self-talk. But with repetition, you'll start to internalize these empowering beliefs. Remember, building confidence is a journey, not a destination. There will be setbacks and moments of doubt along the way. The key is to view these as opportunities for growth rather than evidence of your inadequacy. Each time you face a fear or overcome a challenge, no matter how small, your confidence grows. As your confidence builds, you'll notice changes in various areas of your life. You might find yourself speaking up more in meetings, pursuing opportunities you previously thought were out of your reach, or handling criticism with grace and resilience. You'll start to see challenges as opportunities rather than threats. But here's the exciting part. As powerful as confidence is, it's just one piece of the success puzzle. To truly excel, to make decisions that propel you far ahead of your peers, you need to master the art of decision-making. How do you make smart choices when faced with complex situations? How do you avoid the paralysis of overthinking? As we close this chapter, take a moment to imagine yourself a year from now after consistently applying these confidence-building techniques. How different would your life be? How much bolder would your decisions be? Hold on to that vision, because in the next chapter, we're going to equip you with powerful decision-making tools that will complement your newfound confidence. Chapter 8, Making Smart Decisions. Picture this. You're standing at a crossroads, multiple paths stretching out before you. Each one leads to a different future, but which one should you choose? This scenario isn't just a metaphor. It's the reality we face every day as we make decisions, big and small. The quality of these decisions shapes the quality of our lives. So, how do we ensure we're making the smartest choices possible? The foundation of smart decision-making lies in having clear goals and priorities. Without a clear destination in mind, any path can seem as good as another. Take some time to reflect on what truly matters to you. What are your long-term aspirations? What values do you want your life to reflect? Having this clarity acts as a compass, guiding you towards decisions that align with your true desires. Once you have clarity on your goals, the next step is to gather information. In our information-rich age, the challenge isn't usually finding information, but filtering it. Focus on reliable sources and seek out diverse perspectives. Be wary of confirmation bias, the tendency to favor information that confirms your pre-existing beliefs. Instead, actively seek out information that challenges your assumptions. With your goals clear and relevant information gathered, it's time to weigh the pros and cons. This classic decision-making technique remains powerful in its simplicity. List out the potential benefits and drawbacks of each option. Be as thorough and objective as possible. Sometimes, seeing everything laid out clearly can make the best choice obvious. But what if the pros and cons seem evenly balanced? This is where techniques like decision matrices come in handy. Assign a weight to each factor based on its importance to you, then score each option against these factors. This numerical approach can bring clarity to complex decisions. Another powerful technique is to consider the long-term consequences of each option. We often focus on short-term outcomes, but the truly smart decisions are those that serve us well in the long run. Ask yourself, if I make this choice, what might my life look like in 5 years? In 10 years? This future-focused thinking can help you avoid choices that feel good in the moment but don't serve your long-term interests. Sometimes, despite our best efforts, we find ourselves paralyzed by indecision. This is where the concept of satisficing can be helpful. Coined by economist Herbert Simon, satisficing involves choosing an option that is good enough rather than striving for the perfect choice. In many situations, a good decision made promptly is better than a perfect decision made too late. As you develop your decision-making skills, be mindful of decision fatigue. Our ability to make good decisions deteriorates after making many decisions, no matter how small. This is why many successful people, like Mark Zuckerberg and Barack Obama, limit their daily choices in areas like clothing. It preserves their decision-making energy for more important matters. To combat decision fatigue, try simplifying your choices where possible. Create routines and systems that reduce the number of decisions you need to make daily. For instance, planning your meals for the week in advance eliminates the daily, "what should I eat?" decision. Another strategy is to delegate decisions when appropriate. If you're in a leadership position, empower your team to make decisions within their areas of expertise. This not only reduces your decision load, but also helps develop the skills of those around you. Remember, the goal isn't to make perfect decisions all the time. That's impossible. The aim is to make good decisions consistently. Learn from your choices, both good and bad. After making a significant decision, take time to reflect on the process. What worked well? What could you improve next time? As you apply these decision-making strategies, you'll likely find yourself making choices with greater confidence and clarity. You'll waste less time second-guessing yourself and more time taking action towards your goals. But here's the thing. Even the smartest decisions can fall flat if you don't have the right connections to support and amplify your efforts. In today's interconnected world, your network can often be the difference between success and stagnation. How do you build and leverage a powerful network? How do you form genuine connections that can open doors to extraordinary opportunities? As we conclude this chapter, take a moment to reflect on a recent important decision you made. How might you have approached it differently using these strategies? How might your life change as you consistently make smarter decisions? Get ready, because in the next chapter, we're going to explore the power of networking and how it can exponentially accelerate your journey to success. Chapter 9, The Power of Networking. Imagine you're trying to climb a tall mountain. You could attempt it alone, struggling with every step. Or you could join a team of experienced climbers, each bringing their own skills, knowledge, and resources to the journey. Which approach do you think would be more successful? This is the essence of networking. It's about creating a support system that elevates everyone involved. Networking isn't just about collecting business cards or adding connections on LinkedIn. At its core, it's about building relationships that create mutual value. These relationships can open doors to opportunities, provide valuable insights, and offer support when you need it most. In today's interconnected world, your network can often be your most valuable asset. The role of relationships in success cannot be overstated. Look at any highly successful person, and you'll find they didn't get there alone. They had mentors who guided them, peers who challenged them, and supporters who believed in them. Your network can provide you with knowledge, resources, and opportunities that you simply couldn't access on your own. But how do you build such a powerful network? It starts with a shift in mindset. Instead of approaching networking with the question, "What can I get?" ask yourself, "What can I give?" This giving mindset is the foundation of genuine, lasting connections. Begin by identifying the value you can offer others. This could be your skills, your knowledge, your resources, or simply your time and attention. Everyone has something valuable to offer, regardless of their current position or level of success. When you approach networking from this perspective, you'll find people are much more receptive to connecting with you. As you start to expand your network, focus on quality over quantity. It's better to have a smaller number of deep, meaningful connections than a large number of superficial ones. Seek out individuals who inspire you, who challenge your thinking, and who are aligned with your values and goals. Don't limit yourself to people in your immediate field or industry. Some of the most valuable connections can come from unexpected places. Diverse networks expose you to new ideas and perspectives, which can spark innovation and open up unforeseen opportunities. Building genuine connections takes time and effort. It's not about a one-time interaction, but about nurturing relationships over the long term. Stay in touch with your contacts regularly, not just when you need something. Share interesting articles, congratulate them on their achievements, or simply check in to see how they're doing. In the digital age, networking has taken on new dimensions. While face-to-face interactions are still invaluable, online platforms offer unprecedented opportunities to connect with people around the world. Leverage social media platforms like LinkedIn, Twitter, or industry-specific forums to engage with thought leaders and peers in your field. But don't just be a passive consumer of content. Contribute to the conversation. Share your insights, ask thoughtful questions, and offer help where you can. By consistently providing value, you'll build a reputation as a knowledgeable and helpful individual, someone others want to connect with. Remember, networking isn't just about making new connections, it's also about strengthening existing ones. Look for opportunities to reconnect with old colleagues, classmates, or acquaintances. These dormant ties can often lead to unexpected opportunities. As you build your network, be strategic about attending events and joining organizations. Choose gatherings where you're likely to meet people aligned with your goals and interests. But don't just attend, participate actively. Volunteer to help organize events, speak on panels, or lead discussions. This visibility can significantly increase your networking opportunities. One powerful networking strategy is to become a connector. When you meet new people, think about who in your network they might benefit from knowing. By making thoughtful introductions, you add value to both parties and strengthen your position as a valuable node in the network. Building a powerful network takes time and consistent effort, but the rewards are immeasurable. You'll gain access to opportunities, insights, and support that can accelerate your journey to success. Your network becomes a multiplier for your efforts, amplifying your impact and opening doors you might never have known existed. As we conclude this chapter, take a moment to reflect on your current network. Who are the key people in your professional and personal life? How have they contributed to your growth and success? Now, think about how you can strengthen these relationships and expand your network strategically. But here's the exciting part. As powerful as networking is, it's just one piece of the success puzzle. To truly excel, to stay ahead in our rapidly changing world, you need to embrace the mindset of continuous learning. How do you stay relevant in a fast-paced environment? How do you acquire new skills efficiently and effectively? Get ready, because in the next chapter, we're going to explore the importance of lifelong learning and how it can keep you at the cutting edge of success. Get ready to transform yourself into a learning machine. Chapter 10. The importance of continuous learning. In a world where change is the only constant, standing still is the same as moving backward. Welcome to the age of continuous learning, where your ability to adapt and grow determines your success. But don't worry, this isn't about going back to school or spending hours buried in textbooks. It's about adopting a mindset that views every experience as an opportunity to learn and grow. The necessity of lifelong learning has never been more apparent than it is today. Technologies that were cutting edge just a few years ago are now obsolete. Industries are being disrupted at an unprecedented rate. To stay relevant in this fast-changing world, you need to be constantly updating your skills and knowledge. But continuous learning isn't just about staying employable. It's about personal growth and fulfillment. Learning stimulates your mind, keeps you engaged with the world around you, and opens up new possibilities you might never have imagined. It's the key to remaining adaptable and resilient in the face of change. So, how do you become a lifelong learner? Start by cultivating curiosity. Ask questions, seek out new experiences, and approach unfamiliar situations with an open mind. When you encounter something you don't understand, instead of dismissing it, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? Reading is one of the most powerful tools for continuous learning. In the words of Warren Buffett, read 500 pages like this every day. That's how knowledge works. It builds up like compound interest. But it's not just about quantity, it's about quality and comprehension. Develop effective reading techniques like active reading, where you engage with the material by taking notes, asking questions, and relating the content to your own experiences. When reading nonfiction, try this Q3R method. Survey, question, read, recite, and review. Start by skimming the material to get an overview. Then, formulate questions based on headings and subheadings. As you read, look for answers to these questions. After each section, recite the main points in your own words. Finally, review the material to reinforce your understanding. In our digital age, online courses and workshops offer unprecedented access to knowledge on almost any topic. Platforms like Coursera, edX, and Udemy provide courses from top universities and industry experts. Choose courses that align with your goals and interests, but don't be afraid to explore topics outside your usual domain. Some of the most innovative ideas come from cross-pollination between different fields. When taking online courses, set a regular schedule for study and stick to it. Engage with the material actively by taking notes, participating in discussion forums, and applying what you learn to real-world situations. Remember, the goal isn't just to complete the course, but to internalize and apply the knowledge. Podcasts and audiobooks are excellent learning tools for those with busy schedules. You can turn your commute, workout, or household chores into learning opportunities. Look for podcasts that feature interviews with experts in your field or discussions of cutting-edge ideas. But learning isn't just about consuming information. It's about applying what you learn. Look for opportunities to put your new knowledge into practice. If you're learning a new programming language, start a small project. If you're studying leadership principles, apply them in your workplace or volunteer activities. Teaching others is another powerful way to reinforce your learning. When you explain a concept to someone else, you deepen your own understanding. Look for opportunities to share your knowledge, whether it's through mentoring, writing blog posts, or giving presentations at work or in your community. Remember, continuous learning isn't about trying to learn everything. It's about being strategic and focusing on what's most relevant and valuable for you. Regularly assess your skills and knowledge in relation to your goals. Identify gaps and prioritize learning opportunities that will have the biggest impact on your personal and professional growth. As you embrace continuous learning, you'll likely find that it becomes a self-reinforcing habit. The more you learn, the more connections you'll make between different ideas, and the easier and more enjoyable learning becomes. You'll develop a growth mindset, viewing challenges as opportunities for learning rather than obstacles to be avoided. But here's the exciting part. As powerful as continuous learning is, it's just one piece of the success puzzle. To truly excel, to thrive in the face of adversity and setbacks, you need to develop resilience. How do you bounce back from failures? How do you maintain your drive and motivation in the face of challenges? As we conclude this chapter, take a moment to reflect on your current approach to learning. Are you actively seeking out new knowledge and skills? How could you incorporate more learning opportunities into your daily routine? In the next chapter, we're going to explore the crucial skill of resilience and develop the mental toughness that will keep you going when others give up. Chapter 11. Building Resilience. Picture a bamboo tree in a storm. While other trees may snap under the pressure, the bamboo bends without breaking, only to spring back stronger when the storm passes. This is resilience in action, and it's a quality that can make the difference between success and failure in both your personal and professional life. Resilience isn't about avoiding difficulties or pretending everything is fine when it's not. It's about having the mental and emotional strength to face challenges head-on, learn from setbacks, and emerge stronger on the other side. It's the ability to adapt to change, bounce back from failures, and keep moving forward in the face of adversity. So, what traits do resilient people share? First and foremost, they have a growth mindset. They view challenges as opportunities for learning and growth rather than insurmountable obstacles. They understand that abilities and intelligence can be developed through effort, learning, and persistence. Resilient individuals also tend to have a strong sense of purpose. They know their why, the deeper reason behind their goals and actions. This sense of purpose acts as an anchor, keeping them steady even when things get tough. Take some time to reflect on your own purpose. What drives you? What gives your life and work meaning? Having clarity on this can significantly boost your resilience. Another key trait of resilient people is optimism. Not blind positivity, but a realistic optimism that acknowledges difficulties while maintaining hope for the future. They practice positive self-talk, reframing negative situations in a more balanced and constructive light. Instead of saying, "This is terrible, I can't handle it," they might say, "This is difficult, but I've overcome challenges before, and I can do it again." Resilience also involves developing strong coping strategies for dealing with stress and adversity. One powerful technique is mindfulness meditation. By practicing mindfulness, you learn to observe your thoughts and feelings without judgment, reducing their power to overwhelm you. Start with just a few minutes a day, focusing on your breath or using a guided meditation app. Physical exercise is another crucial component of resilience. Regular exercise not only improves your physical health, but also boosts your mood, reduces stress, and increases your overall sense of well-being. Find a form of exercise you enjoy, whether it's running, yoga, dance, or team sports, and make it a regular part of your routine. Building strong social connections is also vital for resilience. Having a support network of friends, family, or mentors can provide emotional support, practical help, and different perspectives when you're facing challenges. Don't be afraid to reach out and ask for help when you need it. It's a sign of strength, not weakness. Developing problem-solving skills is another key aspect of resilience. When faced with a challenge, resilient people take a proactive approach. They break down big problems into smaller, manageable parts, brainstorm multiple solutions, and aren't afraid to try new approaches if the first one doesn't work. One effective problem-solving technique is the ideal method. Identify the problem, define the context, explore possible strategies, act on the best solution, and look back and learn from the experience. Practice applying this method to both small daily challenges and larger life obstacles. Remember, building resilience is an ongoing process. It's not about never falling down, but about learning to get back up each time you do. Each challenge you face and overcome builds your resilience muscle, making you stronger and better equipped to handle future difficulties. As you work on building your resilience, pay attention to your self-care. Resilience isn't about pushing yourself to the breaking point. It's about maintaining a balance that allows you to bounce back from stress and adversity. Make sure you're getting enough sleep, eating a balanced diet, and taking time for activities that recharge you. Developing mental toughness is another crucial aspect of resilience. This involves pushing yourself out of your comfort zone regularly, setting challenging goals, and persisting in the face of obstacles. Start small. Take on a challenge that stretches you slightly and gradually increase the difficulty as your confidence grows. As your resilience grows, you'll likely find that you're better able to handle stress, more adaptable to change, and more confident in your ability to overcome obstacles. You'll approach challenges with a bring-it-on attitude rather than fear or avoidance. But here's the exciting part. As powerful as resilience is, it's just one piece of the success puzzle. To truly excel, to build a foundation for lasting success and financial freedom, you need to master the basics of financial literacy. How do you make smart financial decisions? How do you build wealth over time? As we conclude this chapter, take a moment to reflect on a recent challenge you faced. How did you handle it? How could you apply the resilience strategies we've discussed to similar situations in the future? Get ready, because in the next chapter, we're going to explore the crucial topic of financial mastery and how it can provide the foundation for your long-term success. Chapter 12, Financial Mastery for Success. Money. It's a topic that can evoke a wide range of emotions, from excitement to anxiety. But here's the truth. Financial mastery is a crucial skill for anyone aspiring to extraordinary success. It's not about becoming a millionaire overnight or playing the stock market like a pro. It's about understanding the basic principles of money management and making smart financial decisions that support your long-term goals. Let's start with the basics of financial literacy. At its core, financial literacy is about understanding how money works in the world. It's about knowing how to earn, save, invest, and spend money wisely. Without this foundation, even high earners can find themselves struggling financially. The first step in financial mastery is understanding your current financial situation. Start by creating a detailed budget. List all your sources of income and all your expenses. Be honest with yourself. Include everything, even those small daily expenses that might seem insignificant. This exercise often reveals surprising insights about where your money is really going. Once you have a clear picture of your finances, it's time to set financial goals. These could be short-term goals like building an emergency fund, medium-term goals like saving for a down payment on a house, or long-term goals like planning for retirement. Having clear, specific goals gives direction to your financial decisions and helps motivate you to make smart choices. One of the most important principles of financial mastery is living below your means. This doesn't mean depriving yourself of everything enjoyable. It means being intentional about your spending, focusing on what truly brings value to your life, and avoiding unnecessary expenses. Remember, every dollar you don't spend is a dollar you can save or invest for your future. Speaking of saving, one of the most common financial mistakes is not saving enough. A good rule of thumb is to save at least 20% of your income. This might seem challenging at first, but start where you can and gradually increase your savings rate. Automating your savings, having a portion of your paycheck automatically transferred to a savings account, can make this process easier. Investing is another crucial aspect of financial mastery. While saving is important, investing allows your money to grow over time through the power of compound interest. If you're new to investing, start by educating yourself about different investment options. Consider low-cost index funds as a starting point. They offer diversification and typically have lower fees than actively managed funds. As you build your investment portfolio, remember the importance of diversification. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Spread your investments across different asset classes, like stocks, bonds, and real estate, and different sectors of the economy. This helps manage risk and can provide more stable returns over time. Another key principle of financial mastery is avoiding high-interest debt, particularly credit card debt. If you have credit card debt, make paying it off a top priority. The high interest rates on credit cards can quickly negate any gains you might be making through saving and investing. That said, not all debt is bad. Strategic use of debt, such as a mortgage to buy a home or a low-interest loan to start a business, can be part of a sound financial strategy. The key is to understand the terms of any debt you take on and have a clear plan for repayment. As you work on building your wealth, don't neglect the importance of protecting what you have. This includes having appropriate insurance coverage, health, life, disability, and property insurance, and creating an estate plan. These measures ensure that a single unfortunate event doesn't wipe out everything you've worked hard to build. Creating multiple income streams is another powerful strategy for building wealth. This could involve starting a side business, investing in rental properties, or creating passive income through investments. Having multiple income streams provides financial stability and accelerates your wealth-building efforts. Remember, financial mastery is not about getting rich quick. It's about making consistent, informed decisions over time. It's about delayed gratification, choosing to forego immediate pleasures for long-term financial security and freedom. As you implement these financial principles, you'll likely find that your relationship with money changes. Instead of being a source of stress, money becomes a tool that you control, a means to achieve your goals and live the life you want. But here's the exciting part. As crucial as financial mastery is, it's just one piece of the success puzzle. To truly excel, to seize the opportunities that can catapult you to extraordinary success, you need to develop the skill of recognizing and capitalizing on opportunities. How do you spot opportunities that others miss? How do you position yourself to take advantage of them? As we conclude this chapter, take a moment to reflect on your current financial habits. Are you living below your means? Are you saving and investing for your future? What small changes could you make today to improve your financial situation? Get ready, because in the next chapter, we're going to explore the art of embracing opportunities and how it can accelerate your journey to success. Are you ready to develop the mindset and skills that will allow you to recognize and seize life-changing opportunities? Let's dive in. Chapter 13, Embracing Opportunities. Imagine life as a game of chess. While most people react to the moves on the board, true masters are always several steps ahead, anticipating opportunities and positioning themselves to seize them. This chapter is about developing that mastery in your own life, learning to recognize and capitalize on opportunities that others might miss. The art of being proactive is at the heart of embracing opportunities. Instead of waiting for opportunities to fall into your lap, actively seek them out. This starts with staying alert and informed. Keep your finger on the pulse of your industry and the world at large. Read widely, attend conferences, engage in discussions with diverse groups of people. The more information you have, the better equipped you are to spot emerging trends and potential opportunities. Cultivate a habit of asking, what if and why not? These questions can open your mind to possibilities you might otherwise overlook. When you encounter a problem or a gap in the market, don't just complain about it. Ask yourself how it could be solved or filled. Some of the most successful businesses have been born from entrepreneurs who saw a problem and recognized it as an opportunity. Keeping an open mind is crucial in recognizing opportunities. Often, opportunities don't come in the package we expect. They might be disguised as challenges, setbacks, or even failures. Develop the ability to look at situations from multiple angles. What others see as a crisis, you might recognize as a chance for innovation or growth. Embracing change and maintaining flexibility are also key. In our rapidly evolving world, rigidity is the enemy of opportunity. Be willing to adapt your plans, pivot your strategies, and even redefine your goals as new information and opportunities emerge. Remember, the path to success is rarely a straight line. Once you've recognized an opportunity, the next step is capitalizing on it. This often involves taking calculated risks. Start by conducting a thorough risk assessment. What are the potential upsides and downsides? What resources would you need to pursue this opportunity? What's the worst-case scenario, and can you handle it? Making informed decisions is crucial when it comes to seizing opportunities. Gather as much information as you can, but don't fall into the trap of analysis paralysis. Sometimes, you'll need to make decisions with incomplete information. This is where your gut instinct, honed by experience and knowledge, comes into play. Remember, not every opportunity is worth pursuing. Learn to discern between opportunities that align with your goals and values and those that might lead you astray. It's okay to say no to good opportunities in favor of great ones. As you embrace opportunities, you'll likely face fear and uncertainty. This is normal. Courage isn't the absence of fear, but the ability to act despite it. Start small if needed, taking on lower-risk opportunities to build your confidence. As you accumulate small wins, you'll become more comfortable with bigger risks and opportunities. Networking plays a crucial role in embracing opportunities. Often, the best opportunities come through personal connections. Cultivate a diverse network and be known as someone who adds value to others. When you consistently help others and share your expertise, people are more likely to think of you when opportunities arise. Finally, remember that creating opportunities is just as important as recognizing them. Look for ways to create win-win situations. Can you connect two people who could benefit from knowing each other? Can you propose a solution to a problem your company or industry is facing? By being a creator of opportunities, you position yourself as a valuable asset in any situation. As you develop your skills in recognizing and capitalizing on opportunities, you'll likely find that your life and career take on an exciting momentum. Doors that once seemed closed will begin to open. But remember, with great opportunity comes great responsibility, to yourself, to others, and to the broader impact of your actions. As we conclude this chapter, reflect on the opportunities in your life right now. Are there any you've been overlooking? How could you position yourself to create more opportunities in the future? But here's the thrilling part. As powerful as embracing opportunities is, it's just one piece of the success puzzle. To truly achieve extraordinary success, you need to master the delicate balance between ambition and well-being. How do you push yourself to great heights without burning out? How do you enjoy the journey of success, not just the destination? Get ready, because in the next chapter, we're going to explore the crucial topic of balancing success and well-being while maintaining your health, relationships, and peace of mind. Chapter 14, Balancing Success and Well-Being. Picture a tightrope walker, gracefully moving forward while maintaining perfect balance. This is the art we're about to explore, the delicate balance between pushing for extraordinary success and maintaining your overall well-being. It's not about choosing between success and happiness, it's about achieving both in harmony. The intersection of success and well-being is a critical point that many high achievers overlook, often to their detriment. We've all heard stories of successful people who've achieved their professional goals at the cost of their health, relationships, or peace of mind. But it doesn't have to be this way. True, lasting success includes a sense of fulfillment and well-being. One of the biggest threats to this balance is burnout. Burnout isn't just feeling tired or stressed. It's a state of physical, emotional, and mental exhaustion that can have serious consequences for your health and career. Recognizing the signs of burnout is crucial. These might include persistent fatigue, cynicism about your work, decreased productivity, and physical symptoms like headaches or insomnia. Preventing burnout starts with self-awareness. Pay attention to your energy levels, both physical and mental. Are you constantly feeling drained? Are you losing enthusiasm for tasks you once enjoyed? These could be early warning signs of burnout. Implementing regular self-care practices is essential in maintaining balance. This isn't about occasional pampering, it's about consistent habits that support your overall well-being. This could include regular exercise, a healthy diet, adequate sleep, and practices like meditation or journaling. Time management plays a crucial role in balancing success and well-being. Learn to prioritize your tasks and say no to commitments that don't align with your core goals and values. Remember, every yes to something is a no to something else. Choose wisely. Creating boundaries between work and personal life is more important than ever in our always connected world. Set specific work hours and stick to them as much as possible. When you're off work, be fully present in your personal life. This might mean turning off work notifications on your phone or designating specific times to check emails. Don't neglect the importance of relaxation and hobbies. Engaging in activities you enjoy purely for the sake of enjoyment isn't a waste of time. It's a crucial part of maintaining balance and fostering creativity. Whether it's reading, painting, gardening, or playing a sport, make time for activities that recharge you. Building and maintaining a strong support system is another key element of balancing success and well-being. Nurture your relationships with family and friends. These connections provide emotional support, perspective, and a sense of belonging that's crucial for overall well-being. Remember, success isn't just about professional achievements. It's about creating a life that's fulfilling across all dimensions: career, relationships, health, personal growth, and contribution to others. Regularly assess your life balance. Are you giving adequate attention to all these areas? If not, what adjustments can you make? Practicing gratitude can help maintain perspective as you pursue your goals. Take time each day to acknowledge the good things in your life, both big and small. This practice can boost your mood, reduce stress, and help you appreciate your journey, not just your destination. As you work on balancing success and well-being, be patient with yourself. Finding this balance is an ongoing process, not a one-time achievement. It requires constant adjustment as your circumstances and goals evolve. Be willing to experiment with different strategies and routines to find what works best for you. Remember, taking care of your well-being isn't selfish, it's essential. When you're at your best physically, mentally, and emotionally, you're better equipped to pursue your goals, handle challenges, and make a positive impact on others. As we conclude this chapter, take a moment to reflect on your current work-life balance. Are there areas where you feel out of balance? What small changes could you implement to better align your pursuit of success with your overall well-being? Now, as we approach the final chapter of this book, you might be wondering how to bring all these concepts together into a cohesive plan for extraordinary success. How do you take everything you've learned and turn it into concrete action? How do you stay motivated and adapt to new challenges as you pursue your goals? Get ready, because in the final chapter, we're going to tie everything together and create your personal roadmap to extraordinary success. Are you ready to take the leap from knowledge to action, from potential to achievement? Let's bring it all home in our final chapter. Chapter 15, Your Path to Extraordinary Success. Congratulations, you've made it to the final chapter of this journey. By now, you've gained a wealth of knowledge and insights that have the power to transform your life. But knowledge alone isn't enough. It's time to turn that knowledge into action. This chapter is about creating your personal roadmap to extraordinary success, bringing together all the concepts we've explored and forging them into a powerful plan for your future. Let's start by reviewing the key concepts we've covered. 1. The power of why not you and overcoming limiting beliefs. 2. Identifying and challenging negative thought patterns. 3. Building unshakable confidence. 4. The importance of morning routines and daily habits. 5. Mastering time management. 6. The necessity of continuous learning. 7. Building resilience in the face of challenges. 8. Financial mastery for long-term success. 9. Recognizing and embracing opportunities. 10. Balancing success and well-being. Each of these concepts is a powerful tool in its own right. But when combined and applied consistently, they create a synergy that can propel you far beyond what you might have thought possible. The beauty of these concepts lies in their simplicity. You don't need special talents or resources to apply them. What you do need is commitment, consistency, and the courage to step out of your comfort zone. Now, let's create your personal roadmap for success. Start by defining your vision of extraordinary success. What does it look like for you? Be specific and holistic. Include your career goals, but also consider your personal life, health, relationships, and overall sense of fulfillment. With your vision clear, it's time to set SMART goals: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Break down your larger vision into smaller, manageable goals. This creates a clear path forward and allows you to celebrate small wins along the way. Next, identify the key habits and routines that will support your goals. This might include a morning routine that sets a positive tone for your day, regular learning sessions to keep your skills sharp, or weekly financial check-ins to stay on top of your money management. Create a system for tracking your progress. This could be a journal, a spreadsheet, or a dedicated app. Regular tracking allows you to see your progress, identify areas for improvement, and stay motivated. Remember the power of your environment. Surround yourself with people who support your goals and inspire you to be your best. Create a physical environment that promotes productivity and well-being. As you implement your plan, be prepared for challenges and setbacks. This is where your resilience comes into play. View obstacles as opportunities for growth and learning. When you face a setback, revisit the chapters on overcoming limiting beliefs and building resilience. Commit to continuous improvement. Regularly assess your progress and be willing to adjust your strategies as needed. What worked for you 6 months ago might not be as effective now. Stay flexible and open to new approaches. Now, here's the exciting part, the super high-value payoff for those who've stuck with us to the end. Imagine yourself 5 years from now having consistently applied these principles. You wake up each morning with a sense of purpose and excitement. Your confidence is unshakable, built on a foundation of self-awareness and repeated successes. You've developed a reputation as someone who not only recognizes opportunities, but creates them, benefiting yourself and others. Your financial situation is strong and growing, thanks to your mastery of money management and smart investment choices. You're continually learning and growing, staying ahead of the curve in your field. Challenges that once would have derailed you are now met with resilience and creative problem-solving. Most importantly, you've achieved this success while maintaining balance in your life. Your relationships are strong, your health is excellent, and you have a deep sense of fulfillment that goes beyond mere professional achievements. This isn't just a dream, it's a very achievable reality for those who commit to this path. The principles in this book have been proven time and time again by successful individuals across various fields. Now, it's your turn. Remember, Extraordinary success isn't about luck or innate talent. It's about consistent application of the right principles. It's about asking, why not you, and having the courage to act on the answer. As we conclude this book, I want to leave you with one final thought. The journey to extraordinary success is just that, a journey. Enjoy the process of growth and transformation. Celebrate your wins, learn from your setbacks, and always keep pushing forward. You have everything you need to achieve extraordinary success. The question isn't, can you do it? The question is, will you do it? The choice is yours. Why not you? Why not now? Thank you for joining me on this journey. Now, go out there and create your extraordinary success story. The world is waiting for what only you can bring. Your time is now.